Now at 10, the Healthy Bourbon County Action Team hosts a cooking on a budget class. Plus, we'll meet a couple living in a Super Bowl divided home and how they're preparing for the big game. And Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift fans create and design their own slime in Joplin.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A new report shows nearly 400,000 Missourians could lose access to affordable internet service. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Elise Snowy. In 1 week, the Affordable Connectivity Program will no longer accept new enrollments. That's a federal program that provides low-cost internet service for millions of Americans. Funding for the program is only expected to last until April. Now the FCC is asking Congress to approve more funding for the program. The Healthy Bourbon County Action Team hosted a budget cooking tips class with local Fort Scott business Twigs and Berries. Class participants were able to learn secrets in the kitchen to help cook on a budget, eliminate food waste, and how to meal plan with ease.
I'd say it's very important to meal prep. You've got every single day you're going to be eating multiple times a day, and so that is either going to have the opportunity for you to make poor choices or poor many choices, or it's going to be a blessing to feed you and your family healthy and have that time ready.
Another key budget tip: shop your dry goods and freezer before you head to the grocery store. Meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney joins us for a first look at weather.
Taking a look outside, it's 50 in Joplin and 50 in Pittsburgh. Still pretty wet conditions out on the road. As you can see, everyone's kind of driving a little bit slower out there. It's light rain right now with some heavier spots coming in on our western counties. Zooming out a little bit, we see some more coming in still in the overnight hours, with tonight being our heaviest batch of rain coming in 10 p.m., 10:30. We start to see it make its way into our central counties. As we make our way through the rest of the overnight hours, we see it still coming in a little heavier in the overnight hours, along with some fast wind gusts gusting up to 38 miles per hour in Carthage and continuing on into the morning. But I'll bring you more details in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. Well, NFL fans all over are counting down to Super Bowl 58, set to go a week from Sunday in Las Vegas. And in Missouri, there are Chiefs fans and 49ers fans, but it's not too often one from each side can be found under the same roof. For this couple going to extreme lengths to make their house even more divided, literally. Ellen Shope has more on the longtime rivalry.
What are Sundays like in this household?
Insane.
It's kind of a he said, she said type of household.
It's constant craziness.
Debbie, a huge Chiefs fan.
Really became a rabid fan.
Marcelo is all about the Niners.
The 5 Super Bowls.
Whatever.
Both displaying their fandom randomly in the basement till one day
I decided, well, this is going to change.
Marcelo drew a line and split the basement, one half his, one half hers.
He did it on his own. I was at work.
And that's when Debbie knew this rivalry just stepped it up a notch.
From that point on, it was game on.
So on one side, it was everything red and gold.
My Derek Thomas area.
And the other side, gold and red.
Joe Montana's helmet.
It's the definition of one-sided on each side.
He pays half of everything, so it's fair.
And when it comes to trash talk,
And I go upstairs.
We learned over the years not to say much because it doesn't end well for either one of us.
It's a rivalry that at times even comes above ground, like the color of their house. She says it's Chiefs color, and he says it's 49ers color.
I've been trying to find a place where a bunch of 49ers watch the game so I can go and enjoy it.
So this Super Bowl Sunday, the couple deciding to leave the confines of the hostile basement because
When it comes down to push and shove, oh no, we're enemies.
and just go someplace neutral, like Las Vegas, so there's no home field advantage, especially after Super Bowl 54.
We'll see what happens.
And after the game, all rivalries will be forgiven until next year.
The couple said they don't have tickets to the game, but plan to hang out in Vegas and enjoy the atmosphere. The ultimate Kansas City Chiefs fans slime event took place today in Joplin. Chiefs fans and of course Swifties too were able to design and create their own slime at Journey Through Slime Event Studio and Scoop Shop. Those in attendance were also able to enjoy hand-dipped Chiefs ice cream and Chiefs themed cookies.
When we get to pick the charms to put in the slime, playing with it.
It's very fun to play with in the process of
needing it.
Today's event began at 10 a.m. and wrapped up at 9 p.m. Well, America's favorite couple is pop superstar Taylor Swift and Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelce. But the attention on their relationship is also inspiring some truly bizarre conspiracy theories online. Jolene Kent has that story.
A pop icon dating a superstar athlete, mix in a trip to the Super Bowl, and you have the ingredients for an alt-right conspiracy built for the age of the internet.
So is Swift a front for a covert political agenda?
Right-wing media outlets have spent weeks parroting the baseless claims that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are at the center of a liberal plot against former President Donald Trump.
Build them up, and then at the moment of truth, they're going to endorse Biden.
But the bad blood between Taylor Swift and Team Trump goes back years. In 2018, she endorsed two Democrats in Tennessee.
Let's say that I like Taylor's music about 25% less.
And during the 2020 election, she threw her support behind Joe Biden. Their meteoric rise in popularity in recent months has riled up some Trump diehards, including former GOP presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, leading many to speculate, without evidence, that the Super Bowl outcome is, quote, rigged to give Swift a bigger platform to endorse Biden again.
How quickly did these conspiracy theories proliferate?
So these will typically start to simmer in the dark web and kind of the fringes and underbelly of the internet. And then at some point, they gain traction around other events. In this case, it was the Super Bowl.
Wasim Khaled is the CEO of Blackbird AI, a company that monitors disinformation. Khaled showed us how his company's AI-driven platform has been tracking conspiracies about Swift and Kelce for months.
So here we actually see that spread, we see it snowballing, and we can actually see a narrative evolve, grow, and become more harmful over time. In fact, often when we color code something red, they could be bot-like activities.
This is proof that social media can take a kernel of a lie and turn it into an entire corn on the cob.
Longtime pollster Frank Luntz believes that Trump and his base may have turned on Swift because they worry about her influence on the younger electorate. Last year, more than 35,000 new voters signed up in one day after Swift encouraged her Instagram followers to register to vote. Jolene Kent, CBS News.
Coming up, comic and anime fans gather at Neosho Junior High for an art con. Plus, the Ozarks Transportation Organization is updating its safety regional plan and it's asking for the public's input. We'll have the details. Pop culture enthusiasts celebrated everything from anime to comic books to sci-fi and beyond today at the Neosho Art Con. Fans could cosplay as their favorite character and even participate in esports tournaments. ArtCon also invited special guest actor Isaac Singleton and comic book creators Andrew Parks and Kevin Mellon for fans to meet.
Just wanted to have fun. I heard there was a cosplay contest, so I figured I'd put a cosplay together, have some fun, and then talk to people. I like to talk to people who like Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff like that. I just like talking to people. I like the things I've seen in here are just all amazing. From the art to the vendors to, people down the autograph sector and down here in the cosplaying and things like that. It's just been amazing.
Today's event was hosted by the Neosho Arts Council and the admission was $5 per person. Well, if you've ever complained about the safety of roads in the Springfield area, now's your chance to make your opinion known. The Ozarks Transportation Organization wants your input for its Regional Safety Action Plan. Joe Hickman attended the first of 3 OTO workshops and has the details.
Workshops at the library station in North Springfield and Ozarks Community Center allowed the public to meet with representatives of the Ozarks Transportation Organization and then place stickers on the areas they feel need to be improved in our area's roadway system. The questions here are the same ones available in an online survey that's on the OTO's website until February 23rd. The OTO service area includes Christian and Greene County and allows you to use an interactive map to make specific suggestions. So far, people have pointed out things like no sidewalks in a north side neighborhood, pedestrian and traffic dangers at Campbell and Walnut Lawn, confusing signals too close together at Lone Pine and Sunshine, and the need for a median island on Cox Avenue. Carolyn McGee was one of those at the workshop today. Because with limited sight, she has strong opinions about the dangers and challenges blind people face in getting around Springfield. As for problems she faces every day,
rough sidewalks, drivers thinking they can make a right on red in front of me.
OTO will take the day together and finish the safety plan by next November. And it's needed because the number of fatal and serious injury crashes in the area, here in the yellow, and the number of fatal and serious bicycle and pedestrian crashes, here in the green, have both gone up extensively since 2013.
So it's looking at behavior, infrastructure, vehicle standards, all of those things together.
When you're talking about infrastructure, you're talking about making changes to the roads themselves.
In some places, the bike lanes just dead end and all of a sudden you have to merge with traffic.
Vehicle standards means future changes like smart cars.
There's communications that the car can help the driver navigate maybe an unexpected situation.
But the biggest challenge is the increasing problem with more aggressive and belligerent driving.
People tend to think it's just about me and nobody else matters, and that is not the right mindset to take with any of this. We need more compassion. We need to stop thinking that's just a random person. No, that is somebody's family member.
A little later, College Heights and Macaulay Catholic High School battle it out in the Mercy Warrior Classic. We'll have the highlights in sports.
So as we move into the evening hours tonight, it is still going to be raining pretty consistently throughout the rest of the overnight hours and into tomorrow. Taking a look at our Cornell Complex camera in downtown Joplin, it doesn't look to be too heavy of rain right now. We may be going through a bit of a calm period at the moment. Clouds and rainy conditions are still out there, but that rain will pick up as we move into the overnight hours. Right over here off our western counties, we do see a patch of a bit of heavier rain starting to make its way past us. And then as we zoom out, we'll see some more rain still coming in. That'll affect us tonight and the rest of the day tomorrow with heavier patches mostly happening in the overnight hours. But currently visibility is back up to 50 degrees outside with still rainy conditions. And the winds are picking up again. Like I said, gusting up to 25-30 miles per hour. As you can see, we've got up to 38 gusts earlier this evening, and then as we move through Sunday morning, some more gusts to come off of our northeastern region. And then we'll make our way through. Those winds will start to shift coming out of the north, and as that happens, the winds start to dissipate. But this rain isn't going away just yet, so we do have some heavier chances of rain this overnight hours into the morning, and then it'll start to taper off as we get into the later afternoon hours tomorrow, and by 6 p.m., 8 p.m., the rain's practically out of here. They may see some light showers, but for the most part, it's gone. Right now, looking ahead at midnight tonight, we're going to see a heaviest batch of rain coming in our central counties, and this is going to keep affecting us for the next 2 hours. So by 2 a.m. we're still going to have some heavier rain, and but after that we'll make our way to the morning hours. The winds do start to shift, and as that happens, the rain will lighten up and start making its way back south as those winds are coming from the north, pushing the rain south. Sunday by 8 p.m. all the rain's out of here, and the clouds are starting to dissipate as well as we go into Monday morning. But tomorrow you will still experience a lot of rain, just light drizzle throughout the remainder of the day. Colder temperatures getting up to about 46 degrees. And the rain is going to be adding up to about an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch in most of the areas. You won't see too much. Fort Scott, you may get an inch, but for the most part, just light rain across the entire region. And then we'll have Monday and Tuesday a break. Sunny skies, warmer temperatures, all the way up to 63 on Thursday. Now that little rain that's coming in on Thursday will cool things off a bit. As we move into next weekend, we're going to see those temperatures drop down to mid 50s, down to lower 50s by Monday, 50 degrees, but it will be clear, just a little chillier than we've had.
Coming up in sports, Pitt State basketball looks to continue their win streak on the road. Plus, local high school basketball teams compete in the Mercy Warrior Classic. Brock Baldridge has the highlights from that game and more up next.
Well, both the men's and women's basketball teams from the Pitt State Gorillas are on the road this weekend. And while there's only 8 games remaining left in the regular season, each team's on a 3-game winning streak. The women's team is at Newman this afternoon. Pitt State really dominated this game from start to finish. Gorillas win this game 83-43. Grace Pyle scored 16 points and Savannah Campbell scored 15 points, including her first career double-double. Over to the men's side now. Pitt State wins this game 77-60. The Gorillas now make it 4 straight wins in a row. The freshman Jordan Freisen scored a career-high 24 points, and Marquis English had a double-double in this game. Pitt State improves to 13-8 on the season. Over to Missouri Southern now. The Lions women's basketball team now makes it 14 straight wins in a row. They defeated Central Oklahoma 64-58. The Lions are now 17-4 on the year. And the Missouri Southern men's basketball team, well, they're also in action today. It was a close one to Central Oklahoma, 65-61 the final score. Southern travels back to face Lincoln at home Wednesday night. Over to high school hoops, and the Mercy Warrior Classic wraps up this weekend at McCallie Catholic High School. A handful of local teams have a shot to add to their trophy cases. Third place game, host team McCallie Catholic against the College Heights Cougars. Going up against each other. First quarter now, Michael Paragon goes in for the paint for the layup. Later in the first, after a juggling act for the basketball there, it's Ben Schumacher who is at the right place at the right time, puts it in for the mid-range jumper. In the second quarter, Broderick Burns is open for 3, and he swishes that one home. College Heights goes into halftime with a double-digit lead. In the second half now, Colson Dickens shoots and scores from beyond the arc. Cougars lead it by 16. Now McCallie Catholic showing some fight as Rocco Bazzano Joseph gets nothing but net for 3. And then Caleb Quaid of College Heights really takes over in this game as he finished with the alley-oop put back there. And then it's Quaid who goes coast to coast, gets the dunk and the foul. He finished with 25 points in this game. College Heights wins 56-40. The Cougars bring home the third place trophy. Now over to the girls' championship game. It's the Aurora Lady Hound Dogs facing off against Providence Christian Academy. Opening minutes of this game, Kylie Cole scores the first points of the game with a quick 3-ball there in the corner. Still in the first quarter, it's Brooke Levins who dribbles around the defense there and just gets enough of it for 2 points. Later in the half, it's McKenna Hall. It's nothing but net for 3 points there in the corner. Hound Dogs lead by 1. In the second quarter now, it's Kylie Cole. The bank is open for number 23. She is still celebrating her 1,000th career point she scored earlier this week. But in the second quarter, game starts to slip away from Aurora as Anna Imbo knocks down the 3-ball there in the corner. Nothing but net. Later in the half, it's Hadley Williams who is going to find herself all alone beyond the arc. She drains it. Aurora puts up a good fight, but Providence wins this game 49-35. Lady Hound Dogs finish in second place in the Mercy Warrior Classic. Back over to college hoops now in Allen Fieldhouse. Kansas versus Houston. Hunter Dickinson gets the floater to go there in the lane. KU up by 7. Later in the first, Kevin McCullough passes over to KJ Adams, who rises up there for the slam. Jayhawks lead it by 12. Kelvin Sampson shaking his head, not looking too happy. Still in the first, the Australian Johnny Furphy goes coast to coast to get the dunk in transition. Jayhawks up by 16. In the second half now, Kansas so good at these alley-oop plays as KJ Adams throws it down once again. Kansas leads by 18 in this game. So later in the game, it's Hunter Dickinson who ices it with a nice post move there in the lane. Number 8 Kansas beats number 4 Houston 78-65. Well, as the college basketball season continues, we are just getting things started in the college baseball side. Missouri Southern gets the win over Arkansas Monticello, 10-6 the final score. Lions back at tomorrow against Osheta Baptist. Pitt State also in action today, taking on New Mexico Highlands and Oklahoma City. Gorillas win this game 11-2. Joe Hamilton went 4 for 5 with a double, a triple, and 3 RBIs. So Pitt State baseball doing well. Pitt State softball and Missouri Southern softball, both teams start 3-0 to begin the year.
And it's a great season ahead for them.
It is a great season. Also, the Pro Bowl tomorrow. Newsflash: no Chiefs will be playing it tomorrow because they got a much bigger game to be prepared for.
I think you're right. I think they do. All right. Thanks, Brock. We'll be right back. Well, the 66 Grammy Awards will be handed out tomorrow, and one artist leads all others with the most nominations. Rick Damagella has this story in the Hollywood Minute.
SZA has the honor of receiving the most nominations for the 2024 Grammy Awards. The St. Louis-born singer-songwriter has 9 nominations, including 3 of the Big 4 categories: Record, Song, and Album of the Year. SZA's Kill Bill is nominated for both Song of the Year and Record of the Year. The track is from her sophomore album, SOS, which is nominated for Album of the Year. SZA now has 24 career Grammy nominations and 1 win.
I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand.
SZA is one of 6 artists nominated for Record of the Year and Song of the Year. The others are Miley Cyrus for Flowers, Billie Eilish for What Was I Made For from the Barbie soundtrack, Olivia Rodrigo for Vampire, and Taylor Swift for Anti-Hero. Jon Batiste rounds out the double nominees, scoring a Record of the Year nod for Worship and a Song of the Year nomination for Butterfly. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
That rain does continue all the way through Sunday evening, cooling off the temperatures down to 48 degrees. They will warm back up as that sun comes out Monday and Tuesday, getting back up to 63 by Thursday with some showers. And those showers are going to bring cooler temperatures by next weekend. And on Monday, we're going to get down to 50 degrees, so it'll cool off just a bit.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. Those 60-degree weather, just gorgeous.
Yeah, going to be really great.
Sports note.
Yeah, quick little sports note here. Local news, Jenny Fuller, Pitt State softball coach, gets her 200th career win, so congrats to her.
Yes, congratulations.
But also the Kansas City Chiefs, we were just talking about it in the break. We were saying Travis Kelce, he will not be making the trip to the Grammys,
right,
but we expect Taylor to make the trip to the Super Bowl.
And I believe the Japanese embassy has issued a statement confirming that she will be there. So
she'll be there.
We'll have to look out for her.
It'll be okay, everybody.
There we go.
But yeah, so it should be exciting. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's our time for now. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here in the studio, have a great night.